ahead over there.
Peace, peace, goodness, and wholeness to everyone. How are you? How are you? My name is Sister Yaya, your traditional herbalist and Cromanti healer. And today we're with another session, y'all. We're with another
Welcome.
session.
Yes, another
Yes, with my
session,
brother
another
Andrew.
session.
My brother Andrew Pierre. We're talking midday masterminds. We're getting right back into it. But first, for those who missed last week, go back and watch last week because there was some good
Yeah.
nuggets he dropped there, right? And so this week, I'm going to ask that he reintroduce himself again for those who didn't get a chance to hear his story or even how we connected. But he can introduce himself, and we're going to get right into the good stuff. You ready?
Okay. Perfect. Well, once again, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. And I'm Andrew Pierre. This is my sister, as you can see. How you do it? Well, right here.
Hey.
Yeah, and yeah, so I actually help clients. I actually help a lot of people just by being myself. And what do I mean by that is I consider myself more of a mindset healer. And
Mhm.
I definitely believe that you could create a lot of things in your life, the good and the bad, if you allow it, with the power of your mind.
Mm.
So yeah, this I'm here and I'm here for another session. So dive into it. And just like my sister said, you definitely want to check out last week's or the couple weeks ago, we actually had our first
Mhm.
installment of the my midday mindset. So you want to make sure you check that out.
Yes, yes, definitely do that on our YouTube and on the description of this video, family, or how you can find Andrew and myself on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube to get what you need. But today we're going to get right on into it. Andrew, so what are we going to be talking about today?
Perfect. So in today's topic, when it comes down to changing your mindset, we're going to talk about programming your mindset through the power of your words.
Mm,
And
nice.
so yes, so it's definitely very important that you understand that words have power, words have meaning. So definitely want to make sure you're very conscious of what you're saying. The reason it's called casting a spell is because
Mm,
there's power in the tongue. The
mm,
reason you could curse someone out is because there's power in the tongue. So understand that when you're cursing and when you're spelling and when you're casting a spell,
mm.
that's leaving your mouth.
Yes,
That word.
yes,
See how I get? Yeah. So
yes.
definitely want to make sure you understand that you need to start changing certain words in your life if you want to start manifesting what you really want with the power of your
Mm,
mind.
awesome.
So yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I want to share a quick story while we're on this topic is I want to say that I never really had much issues being a negative thinker. That never really was my thing. If anything, I just really had to hone in it. But
Mm,
you do find when you're younger, you just don't know. You're just living your life,
right.
you're just saying
Facts.
certain things, and you're not really conscious. But even as a young adolescent or even as a baby, we all have our own birthright. So either you develop to who you truly are or you perish away from that. So understand that the power of changing your mind is very, very important. And I knew that at a young age that, I wanted to make sure I'm very conscious of what I'm saying. I'm very,
Mhm,
calculated with what I'm
mhm.
saying and how I'm saying it because I know I'm a powerful manifester. So if
Right,
I know I want to manifest the good things in my life, I have to speak good. And if
right,
I know bad things are going to happen, I have to avoid
right,
saying certain things.
right. And if I
Hmm.
can interject,
Yeah,
I like to give an example as well. If you ever been around children and you you give them a word of encouragement, you see how their face lights up, or even your pet, or the way your
yeah.
energy, you see how their face lights up, they get excited, and there's just like the aura just shining, shining, shining. Whereas if you see a child being scolded, or you're scolding a child or your pet, or you're talking to them in a different tone with a different energy from your words, you'll see the reaction is different. So when we talk
Yeah,
about power of the words, we can use those examples just in a short period of time to see what you say and the result and the impact
of
of
what you
it on
said.
someone
Yeah.
else. So when
Mhm.
we got to see ourselves like that in the mirror as well. What we say, and then knowing that eventually it's going to impact something in our world that's going to come back to us that we're going to be able to observe.
Absolutely. You're right. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just very powerful. And you and I have this little thing where when I start to tell you, and I'm only going to say these words, guys, once on this channel, and then you know what I'm referring to.
Oh
I think
yes,
you
I
know
know
what
what you're
I'm
about to
saying.
say.
But the words like depression and anxiety, that's honestly the only times those words are gonna leave my mouth just for context, so you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
I always replace those words with the A word, the D word. Like I don't even give that those words any power or meaning. Now,
Mm-hmm.
granted, that's not gonna take away from your experience, but the reason it's your experience is because you allow it. Yes,
Mm,
there's medications. Yes, there's reasons we have this. Yes, I get it. I had a life too. We all had like traumas in our life. But
certainly.
either you could choose to remain in the D word or you could
Hmm.
choose to get out. Like me
Yes.
personally, the A word, if anything, I mostly have sometimes issues with the A word because I'm an entrepreneur, so my mind is always moving. Like I'm always overthinking.
Yeah.
And even on
Yes.
my YouTube channel, I created a video about how to stop overthinking. So when it
Yes.
comes to sometimes I don't have the A word, I just sometimes feel the A word and I
Hmm.
acknowledge it and then I pull myself out. So
Yes.
whenever I'm feeling it, I'm like, okay, Andrew, this is just a feeling. It's
Yes.
not a state of being.
Yes.
It's a feeling. It's not a
Right.
state of being. So
Right.
I felt the process of removing myself out of there. And I never ever say I have it. And once again, it's not coming from a place of denial, but it's coming
Right.
from a place
Right.
of powerful manifestation because I want to manifest what I want and what I
Yes.
don't.
Yes. And I love this too because it brings you to a point of mindfulness, right?
Mhm.
So if you're thinking about your words being power, you're being careful with what you say. You're not just
Yeah.
chattering, just talking arbitrarily because every word is accounted for. Every word has to do something because that's your power. And so in
Yeah.
realizing that you are really God over your life and your words being a tool to manifest as God and to create and procreate whatever it is on earth, then we really have to choose our words wisely, even in everyday conversation.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you taught me something because, as women, we always apologizing for stuff like,
Yeah.
oh, and you said, yeah, why are you saying you're sorry? You're not sorry. Stop saying that. And
Yes.
and I'm glad it came from the masculine because I really heard it when you said. You see, obviously, I'm talking about it now because it really hit me so profoundly of saying, no, I'm not a sorry person. Nothing about me is sorry at all. I
Yes.
need to stop saying this. I don't care if it's socially acceptable. I don't care if like people say, "Oh, you guys," or whatever. Some people have things with that.
Yes.
We're here to change all of that because all that word magic, which I wrote down here, is how we got into the position that we're in now. Using these little things that slip in between the cracks,
Yeah.
So saying I'm sorry a lot really takes away a lot of personal power collectively, right? And we
Yes.
see this, and we see where we at now as humanity in terms as it relates to
Exactly.
personal power, right? So this is very
Yes.
important on time. Thank you.
Exactly, and just no, you're welcome. And just to add to that, like imagine if you're late. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late, and you're so frantic. How about instead of saying I'm sorry, I'm late, be like, thanks for waiting, you all.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. I'm
Mm-hmm.
here. Thank you.
Yes.
You actually just rechanging the energy because sometimes, like you said, at this point, people say sorry just to say it. At this point, you know,
Right.
I personally believe if I'm going to say sorry, it's because I mean it, and because it's a situation that requires it. I'm not going to
Right.
apologize for being black. I'm not going to apologize for being powerful. I'm not going to apologize for being a black man in America. Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Right.
So even if you're saying it casually, that's why we're having this conversation to eliminate these casual self talks, self doubts, whatever.
Yes.
Do work.
Yes. And you.
So yeah,
Mm.
go
Yes.
ahead.
And you mentioned something earlier about programming your mindset. It is these
Mhm.
words, these little things, I'm sorry, or blah, blah, blah. Even in the thoughts of it programs us. It programs the
Yeah.
subconscious mind. So while you're
Mhm.
wanting to manifest more things and have more joy and more peace or whatever it is that you're working on, these little things are still programming the program that's running your life. Not what you're aware of is not running your life. It's what you're unaware of is running your life.
Yes.
That's why these words are so important. That's why we're talking about how we can use them, be mindful of them, and use them in a way that empowers us as opposed to disenfranchising us as humanity.
Perfect. And just to roll off, it's a segue from what you're saying. Once you're being mindful, you need to start now catching yourself when you are saying certain words, and don't wait until it's over. Oh, thank you, Luna. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining.
Thank you.
So once again, you want to be mindful. Okay. So for example, if I'm like, even these words like maybe, oh, maybe I may start a bit. Oh no, no, not maybe I'm gonna start a business. I will start a business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I might just really really be successful. No, I will be successful.
Right.
So start catching yourself when you certain casual words. Start catching those casual words, eliminating them for your vocabulary, and then start replacing them with words that are action prone,
Yes.
positive action prone. I
Yes.
can, I
Yes.
will. I am. These are
Yes.
words that you need to start replacing once you start catching the words.
Yes. And one thing, note on this, the universe doesn't understand maybe, kind of, sort of. It knows
Hmm.
absolutes. It knows hell yeah or hell no. Or yes or no. Up that's what it understands, and that's what it works off of. So when we're saying I'm kind of, sort of, it's like it's sending a confused, gnarled message to the universe about what it is you're asking for. Like Andrew said, I will do this. I will start a business. I will eat better. I will start prayer. I will not do that. I will. Well, you don't have to do will not. Just say what you will, because all you have to do
Yeah,
is
what
God
you
is
are.
just to
Yeah.
will. Just will it. Don't have to not.
Yeah.
Just will it. Right. But be
Exactly.
specific. Just be specific. No in
Be very
between. Be
specific.
very specific.
Yes. And for example, one of my favorites, oh, I don't know. The only thing I hear when someone says I don't know is no. Although
Right.
it's spelled differently, the meaning is
Uh
the
huh.
same.
Good one.
So you
Good.
need to be very conscious when someone says, let's just say you're dating someone and you want to take to the next level.
Yes.
And for my ladies out there, you're sitting with this guy or girl, whatever, and you're like, where do we stand? And they say, I don't know. Run, okay? Just run, exit.
That's
You
true.
make the decision and be like, you know what? You don't know, but I know.
I
But
know.
that's a whole nother
Yes.
subject. But I just want
Yes.
you guys to know that these casual words do have meaning because once again, if you could cast spells, if you could curse people, you have power in the tongue. So
Yes.
make it work for your benefit. Now that you know, do better.
Yes. Good. I like.
Perfect. Yes. Any thoughts before we move on to the next one?
No, no, not at all. I mean, this is so good. This is so yummy.
Perfect. So now that we actually are in the habit of catching our casual words, now let's be in the process of correcting people. And
Oh,
some people may
okay.
find this as being rude. Some people may not enjoy this, but it is what it is. Start correcting people. For example, if you know people that are very I don't knows or I don't know or maybes or I mights, you start correcting them. You start being the authoritative figure in their lives. Oh, what do you mean you don't know? No, no, no. How about you scratch that and say you will? Or if you're not, don't
Mhm.
tell me about it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Mm.
now, by you starting to correct people in that manner, is going to strengthen your word vocabulary. It's going to strengthen how you
Mhm.
actually choose to speak because you're catching other people. So
Mhm.
now, if you're catching other people, that means you definitely could catch it within yourself at
Right.
all times.
Right.
So it could be used in the workplace. Personally, like I know sometimes when you're working with other people, yes, these kind of conversations are not
Yes.
always had, but I always still make a mental note. If someone's being a I just tune them out. Like I
Yes.
block out certain words that they're saying and I ignore it. Like let's
Yes.
just say today, hypothetically speaking, I came across an email and no, I also work in life insurance. So this girl was saying something about, and her email was crazy. She was supposed to take her life insurance exam, and she said something like, "Oh, all I saw was anxiety and the test. Oh, I'm nervous. Blah blah blah. I'll keep you updated." I scrolled past all what she said. All I saw was updated, and I just replied with thanks. I didn't even read it.
Right. Right. Because that's
You know?
important. I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that, because it is important how you allow people to treat you. You allow energy to come into your portals. What you
Yeah.
see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you take in. And just because it's projected in common day society doesn't mean you have to accept it. Like you said, you
No.
read the email, you saw those things that you're not trying to vibe with. You got to the point. Thanks. And you were like,
Well, to
okay,
be to
touched.
be more correctly, I didn't read what the negatives. I just saw those trigger words. I just went
Okay.
right down to what I needed to hear, and
Yes.
I just said thanks. I
Yes.
didn't absorb the email, so I
Perfect.
want you guys to know that these tips could be
Awesome.
applied wherever you're at. Once again, the
Right.
workplace, because we can't control who we work with, especially if you're in a position where you need to work a 9 to 5.
Right.
Um, you need to, you could still be conscious of your energy in a workplace with the power of your words and
Yes.
receiving these words. So
Yes.
I'm glad that you did receive that.
Yeah, definitely. And it teaches people how to deal with you, but it
Yeah.
also helps to raise the vibration in your workplace. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
know that one person's not taking all that negativity when you're around. If you're in the hallway or lunchroom, they're not going to
Yeah.
talk all that stuff. So that's
They're not.
minimizing some of that negativity just by your presence and by the energetic standard you set. And that people
Yeah.
don't realize how powerful one person could be in a whole organization. Like you could not like your job, but you don't have to be impacted by it. And you can
Hmm.
also raise the vibration while honoring yourself and doing a fantastic job and enjoying your job while you're there until you go into something else.
Until you go into your life path. And you're right. I mean,
Yes.
especially with some of these jobs, it's like the vibrations are so freaking low. But
Right.
if you're the person that's raising it, either people could respect it, they may get
Hmm.
uncomfortable, but that also could
Hmm.
shift how they're talking, how they're feeling. And guess what? Before you know it, you're shifting the energy because they know,
Hmm.
you know what? This person is not going to accept certain words. You know what?
Hmm.
This person is not going to accept the complaining of negative words. You know
Right.
what? This person is not going to accept the whole, oh, I'm anxious about this email or I'm anxious about getting
Right.
this done. You're just going to figure it out if you're going to present that to the person in question. And I definitely was that person. So it
Right.
is what it
Right.
is. That's why,
Same.
unfortunately, I'm no longer at a job. I work for
Yeah.
my, thank
Same
God,
here.
because
Same here.
I
Like.
couldn't last. I couldn't
Right.
last. But thank you. But
I
anyways,
get it.
once again, all due respect. I mean, if you have a
All due
job, that's
respect.
wonderful. You have to do what you need to do, but understand you could control your environment within a controlled environment.
Yes. Say that again. Could you say that
You
again?
could control your environment within a controlled environment.
Ah! Y'all see,
So,
y'all heard it here first, y'all. Andrew Pierre said it here first. So we see it again. We know you know when you first heard it. So give thanks for that. That's
yes,
beautiful.
good. So now let's move on to what we could do. Like once again, we're talking about programming your mindset with
Hmm.
the power and through words. And now let's get into what I personally love, which if you're on this broadcast or if you're part of Yaya's tribe or if you know me as well, daily affirmations.
Oh yeah. Yes.
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 If you want to talk about the power of words, they come in the form of affirmations. Like for me, my favorite affirmations, I always choose three that I stick with, and you could change it interchangeably, but you really want to start mastering three. So choose three things that is related to you, say day in and day out. For example, this is my personal one. So this is the source, okay? For me, I always start with I'm healthy,
Mm.
I'm wealthy, and I'm worthy. Those are
Mm.
my top three. Okay.
Mm.
Oh, where's the camera? There we go. Those are my top three. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm worthy. And
Mm.
I feel like that covers a broad spectrum of things through finance, through body. Of course, the health is body, mind, spirit.
Yes.
Wealthy, of course, is business, finance, and everything that. And worthy is the
Mm.
power of impact. My voice, your voice, our
Yes.
voice, everyone's
Yes.
voice. That's
Yes.
worthy. That's worthy material.
Yes.
So I felt like I wanted to cover three dynamics and three simple affirmations. And honestly, I wake up to it. I shower with it,
Wow.
day with it, like randomly I say it. And when I'm saying it with my chest, I'm lifting my hand up to the sky. I'm successful, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. Amen.
Yes.
Like I'm
Yes.
projecting it because it's
Yes.
who I am. Thank you, Luna.
Yes.
Thank you, Davis.
Yes.
So it's like you have to own it. Like you can't be like, oh, I'm successful, I'm beautiful.
All right.
No, like you have to speak it.
Yes.
You shouldn't really care who's hearing you, how is saying it, because that means you don't believe it. So you have
Right.
to walk within that power.
Right.
So those are my three daily affirmations. And I definitely encourage whenever you're watching this or whoever's watching this or whenever you're watching this, like I know Luna's definitely watching. She definitely has her
She's
affirmations lined
here.
up. But you definitely want to
She's
make sure
here.
you have your affirmations down pat. And before you know it, you're living it because you're
Yes.
breathing it, because you're
Yes.
speaking it. Because
Yes.
once again, you're casting a spell
You casting a spell.
through your power of your words.
That's right. That's right.
So
I love it. And we
yeah.
know that the words I am are two of the most powerful words in the English, whatever you call it, language. I am. I am.
Mhm.
So whatever you put after I am, you possess that. The universe will be like, oh, you are. Yep. But that's what the universe knows when you're self creating yourself, when you're rebirthing yourself, you're trying to move yourself from one place in life to another. Use I am affirmation. I am, like Andrew said, I am healthy, I'm wealthy, I am worthy. A lot of people that I see that in the work that I do, I am worthy is really one of those base affirmations I encourage them to say because
Yeah.
it's this idea of worthlessness is not feeling good enough and it comes from a variety of different places, but I am worthy is a wonderful and powerful affirmation that you can do any moment you start to your energy feels low. You can say I am worthy of love, I am worthy of great energy, I am worthy, and that works at the root and the base of the emotion and get you to where you want to be. This is why these words are so important and casting a
Absolutely.
spell. It's very important on yourself.
Yes,
Positive
casting
one.
a spell. I mean, it's so crazy how a lot of this information is right under our nose and we didn't know it
Yes.
as just human beings. Like when you're just not as awoken or not awoken, I hate that word, enlightened, excuse me, because now everyone's awoke, whatever. But
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
weren't as enlightened,
Yes.
you bypass that. Like
True.
there are full spelling bees with people spelling these words, like, and it blows your mind. Oh, I didn't know cursing means cursing. Like
Yes.
it's
Yes.
crazy how
Yes.
there's so many different parallels because once you know more, you do more. So once I
Yes.
started to know these things, I did more. But just to not get off topic, yeah. So once you actually understand that you have your daily affirmations down
Mm.
pat, you're gonna walk within that power. Even if you're
Yes.
not feeling it that day, even if you're not feeling
Yes.
that moment, make it
Yes.
part of your routine because by default, it's a step ladder. So yeah, you may be stagnant today, but guess what? You were still a step above from yesterday. So it's a
Exactly.
step ladder. You
Exactly.
know, no one's saying you're
Exactly.
gonna always feel amazing every single day,
Yes.
but you always want to speak that because that is your sense of protection. That's
Right.
your overall grade. You remember in
Yes.
school, right? In school, you may get like a 90, a 80, a 85, a 75, a 90,
Right.
but they look at the overall score,
Yes.
which is passing. So understand that you want to look at your overall daily affirmation systems, and you're gonna be just
Yes.
fine.
Yes. And I also recommend people program everything in their lives. So if it's a
Mm.
job or if it's your food, like when you pray over your food, you're really programming the waters and you're saying they say you bless it, but in how I understand in our practice is programming it. Hey, this is what I want the food to do. Thank you. And this is what I'm asking. I'm speaking to that food, the vibration of it to give me nourishment, health, strength, wisdom, power. Program your water. You taught me, how you write on your water, and that's an
Yes, yes. I
affirmation.
was just gonna
That's
say
a
that. Yeah.
word.
I
Oh,
actually get a
okay.
gallon of water, and guys, you want to make sure it's distilled because distilled is actually the best water and it's the most programmable water. It doesn't have any of those filter
Mm-hmm.
things. So I always get a gallon of distilled water, and I write whatever I feel. Like I don't even think about it. Don't think so much about it. Whatever comes to me, I write it. Like sometimes I may write, "I'm successful. I'm healthy. I'm gonna reach millions," or sometimes it's even longer. And then I always seal it with, in my case, amen and my signature.
Mm-hmm.
So program the water, but make sure it let it flow. Like get into the process, just like Yaya said. Like you want to start programming things around you. You
Mm.
drinking that success. I mean, imagine you just program a distilled water, which is
Mm.
programmable, with
Mm-hmm.
positive affirmations. You're
Mm-hmm.
doing your affirmations. You're
Mm-hmm.
drinking the programmed water. How could you
Yes.
not reach what you want?
Right.
Unless you're
Right.
working backwards, unless you're doing some black magic behind, I don't know. But at
Right.
the end of the day, if you're doing what you need to do, the universe rewards what you put in. Just like
Yes.
Sis said, at
Yes.
the end of the day, it's very simple. If you're direct, it's going to be direct. That's
Yes.
all. So,
Yes. 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 I don't know what we got next, but I do want to say this, and I don't want to step on your
sure.
toes.
No, no, no.
Um,
Go ahead.
and the way you can program your water and program everything, you can also do it in the same way. Unprogram some things that have been done.
Mm,
Unprogram some ways. And I don't
mm.
know if he talks about that, but and a lot of times we use ritual to unprogram things. And you may hear things like soul ties, cutting cords. That's an unprogramming. That's like a braid is braided up. It's like unbraiding something now.
I'm
And now
braiding it.
you're going ready to program it how you want to see. Take it apart,
Yeah,
and
yes.
then you put the energy back how you want it to do it. So those same words you can use to unprogram. And so I recommend doing both at the same time. You say what you want, but also be kind of cognizant in some ways of some things you may want to be unprogramming, but still using the positive, the I ams, to do the deprogramming.
Listen, with that information, there should be no reason you're not once again changing your life to where you want it to be. So I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that leads me to our next one, which you kind of touched on it slightly, but really upgrading your vocabulary. And this is not to treat anyone like a child or anything of that nature, but
Yes.
upgrade your vocabulary. I challenge everyone on this call or not call, this broadcast or whoever listens to this in the future, which there will be millions that will listen to this.
Millions. Ashe.
Yes.
Ashe.
Take 5 of the negative words that you constantly say casually and replace them with words that are positive. We mentioned a few on this call, well, this live broadcast, which is I can't, I won't, might, maybe, I do not. and start replacing those words with more positive words. And
Yes.
if you want, go in a dictionary. I mean, please, I don't know every single word, but maybe find different types of those words that have the same meaning, but
Hmm.
certain words you probably don't use often. But you know what I'm saying? So finding
Yes,
different
Lord.
words that still have a positive meaning and
Hmm.
replacing those with the words that you say casually that just leave your mouth, the powerful mouth that we just mentioned, that's
Yes.
going to catch those negative spells.
Yes. That I like that. That's a nice homework for everyone to try. And actually, I'm going to be mindful of that because we all could do better. I know I can
Yes, we
for
all
sure.
can.
I know I will. You see, can is kind of like,
See,
yes. So
I
for
will
those,
is more stamped.
yes. So would, should, can, might, those words, more affirmation words like that, what you're saying. So I'm going to, I will do
See,
that.
going back to step number two, catching
Yes.
yourself. You when
Yes.
you know that you catch yourself because you're more
Yes.
conscious of the
Yes.
unconscious. So that's perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. Luna says, waterfalls of blessings. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Luna.
you.
We appreciate you
Yes,
being on.
thank you, thank you. We appreciate you.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely want to do that. And for the final tip for this day is one of my favorites. You're taking all this information, share, okay? Share,
Share.
share, share. It's so easy to internalize, especially in the world that you live in the business that we're in. And once you're
Yes.
starting your enlightened path, you feel like you're all alone, but you're really not. You know,
Hmm.
take the information that you're getting, take the information that you get from spirit, take the information you get from
Yes.
ancestors, take the information that you're gathering from these broadcasters and
Yes.
share it. You know,
Share.
even if it's someone in your life that you know needs it, share it as the authoritative figure. You don't have to give us credit. Take the
Right.
information and share it because when
Yes.
you're sharing it, you're spreading that seed of vibrations that we need during this time. And we're
Yes.
not going to mention what's going on in this world. We all know what's going on in this world.
Right.
But if you're not able to touch, how about you touch them with your words?
Yes.
Touch them
That's
with your
nice.
words and
Nice.
touch them with your words.
That's lovely.
Cast the spell of love. Cast the spell
Yes.
of light. Cast the spell of positivity. Cast the spell of success across the board through your
Right.
words.
Yes.
And that all comes by sharing. I mean,
Yes.
prior to all this technology, even if you want to go back to enslaved Africans, they
Hmm.
shared information,
Yes.
whether it was through hairstyles, which course I'm bald, so I don't have it, but
Me
whether they're
too.
braiding the paths, whether they're braiding the pathway to where they need to go through, whether it's through song,
Right.
whether it's through native tongue, whether
Yes.
it's through food, these things have been shared.
Right.
So if we go back to our traditional state, which is just
Yes.
sharing when we have information, let's do that.
Yes.
I mean, we share things online all the time. You see people, two people fighting, you're sharing it.
Yes.
Oh, look at
Yes.
this.
24 million shares and
Yeah,
counting.
24 million, yeah. But when it comes to like things like this, you want to keep sharing it because you're going to reach someone that has yet
Right.
to even think about these things. And
Right.
watch that. Once they start to lighten up and lift their head up, they could start sharing. And before you know it, it's a thing. It's
Yes.
really a thing. And before you know it, people are just changing the way that their mind is programmed.
Very
And guess
true.
what? You're programming to what you want, or as you mentioned, you're deprogramming it to get what you want.
Yes. Yes. And that sharing is so important because I'm telling y'all, it works. It works. It works. I go through a programming ritual when I get up for myself and for my family, right? And so we go through a particular process. And wherever we go, our goal is to just share a smile, share a hello, share humanity. And I live in the South, and sometimes some people want to talk, some people don't want to talk. Okay, well, most people talk, right? And so
Mhm.
you would think that just saying hello may not make a difference, but it's smiling at someone and just saying, "Hi, how you doing today? You feeling okay?" Humanity, people really, it's almost like it's almost a superpower. And I told my husband the other day, I said, I think this is a superpower: kindness, sharing, just a smile, just a how
Yeah.
you feeling today, or those shoes are nice, or your little girl may have a cute dress on, you'll give the little girl a little baby a compliment, and it just really just opens up the heart. And if you're looking from the spiritual eyes, you can see how these words help to open up the heart. Now they're going to go to their families and they're going to share there because they're in the household, and those people who are impacted are going to share in their spirits. And this is how easily just one candle flame can illuminate so many. You take their candle, and you have a candle. You take your candle and you light my candle. I take my candle, I light three others, and then those three light other threes. And the next thing you know, just a small group of people committed to breathing in life, speaking life. You've illuminated a neighborhood, a town, a city. Now with the internet, the entire world can be impacted through your kindness. I don't know if there's ever been a time when I've ever been able to conceive the ability to share so much love and goodness through the power of
Yeah.
words than this time with the internet and so many tools that's available to us. So I'm just excited.
Yes, yes. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And
Yeah.
as you mentioned, I can't even add any more to it. We just need to share. Just share.
Just share. And look, so the food that we eat and everything that we've consumed, somebody planted that seed for the apples that you like. Somebody's planted that arugula. Somebody's done that labor so that you can consume it. And so that's how humanity works. We're given, but we also give. We serve, but we're also are served. So that's why everyone's needs can get filled. Everyone can see they have what they need when we're always sharing and giving because we know that the divine mother, she's very abundant. As you can see, there's always more than enough. I mean, we can't take enough breaths in this lifetime. There's still going to be air after we're done.
Yeah.
Like, you can't drink on the water on the earth. There's still water. Like, the mentality of abundance is very important when you're trying to reach where you got to go. So, Andrew, what would you have to say about abundance? Because we're both in business for ourselves. We both have of course, have the cultural strength of our ancestors and what they've taught us about abundance. But what would you say about any words of wisdom for those seeking not just to bring financial abundance into their lives, but abundance of just joy? Because I know you to be a very systematic and structured person and very direct, but dealing with abundance specifically, what would you say about that?
Well, it's in your birthright. You just need to unlock it.
Ah.
You know, we all have it. We all have the capability to feel it. Why not unlock it? You know?
Yes.
So, to answer your question, when it comes down to abundance, you need to unlock it. And of course, we will talk about unlocking it in future videos, but just to give
Yes.
you a quick tip on how to unlock it, it really just means separating your energy from, I feel, either environments, people, places, or things that's keep preventing you from being abundant. So you need
Mm.
to first start thinking about what is preventing your abundance before you can actually unlock the potential to be abundant.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just waiting for
Oh,
you to
okay.
come back.
All
Yeah.
right. Great.
So yeah, abundance is it's there. You just need to once again unlock it.
Yes. So
Yes,
that's
thank you,
for
thank you.
chat.
Yes, you got it. You got to unlock it. Thank you, Hamilton.
Yes.
She got it. She has it. So yeah, you have to unlock it, and you have the key. No one else has the key. Like sometimes people seek for abundance in others, or
Yeah.
oh, when I get that job, I'm gonna make so much money. I'm gonna be abundant. Oh, when we win the lottery, we're gonna be abundant. No, 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 no. You need to be practical. You already have the key. You
Yes.
just need to start unlocking doors. And if them
Yes.
doors are not unlocking, you just start kicking down doors. If those
Yes.
doors are not being kicked down, you need to start burning down some doors. All right. As you can see,
Yes.
I'm more like Malcolm X, but it is what it is when
Yes.
it comes
It's
to that.
great. It's
You know what I'm
needed.
saying? But
It brings
you
balance.
have to. It's there. So, and I'm going to attention because I'm passionate. But your abundance is once again, it's there. I'm gonna keep repeating myself because once again,
Yes.
there's power in the tongue. When you keep repeating it, you're gonna cast it. So once again, when it comes to abundance, you
Mm-hmm.
can unlock it. You already have it. You can unlock the
Unlock it.
abundance that you
Yes.
already have. I
Yes.
am abundant. I am abundantly beautiful. I am
Yes.
abundantly
Yes.
successful. I am
Yes.
abundantly powerful.
Yes.
You could be abundant because you already are. Not could
Right.
because I am. See?
You are.
Keep
That's
talking.
right.
Keep talking.
Right.
Keep talking. You're abundant. And that's just a quick tip on, once again, if you want to be abundant, it's already there.
I love it. I love it. And
Thank
also
you.
I wanna add this in because this is just so amazing. We're just talking about
Oh,
water.
yes. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
You mentioned about y'all hold cause my mind be stretching y'all. I be stretching my soul. So y'all sit with me with this. I like to have these conversations where we stretch ourselves. You talk about abundance. So Andrew said you can burn down the door, kick down the door, you can however you want to do the door as because you are the key, right? You are yes, you can do it that way. But I want to think of something else. You can since you are the key, right? You can also transform yourself into whatever combination that needs to break through that door, if that makes any sense. So you can do it that way and together, because it's not or, it's always and. You never have to choose. We can have it all. Abundance, right? And you know you have the power to shapeshift. You have the power to be whatever you need to do to get through a door, get past a door, go over a door. But you can also be the key to break it down, or the key
There
that
you go.
melts into the lock and just changes. And the next door, you just change a little bit more, opens that door. So you have a variety of tools at your disposal. So I mean, and I'm sure there's probably millions of other ways you could get through a door, right? But we just don't have to just sit in front of a door and say, man, I can't get through this thing. My mama never did. I've never seen it done in my life. But we can start to speak the words even before we can even feel it. Because sometimes the feeling comes after. Because the mind knows what it knows. And mine is always like, okay, this is routine, routine. This is how you've been thinking. So the mind's going to go along that projection. But when the soul speaks to you and says, we're going to change this up, that's the unconscious, subconscious work. This changed the mind to get everything flowing. So sometimes you don't feel it. Like when I started doing my affirmations more serious, I didn't feel it. You're not going to feel it because I've been doing it one way for so long. It takes time, which I talk about patience, grace, and ease to change your mindset. And so the things Andrew is talking about, he didn't learn last night and say, okay, we're going to go live tomorrow. No, this has been his life. This has been his experience. And then you can see he has had results. So now he says, hey, this is what I've done. You may have, but this is what we've seen that worked. And I'm like, oh yeah, Andrew, oh yeah, this is what working. And we put these knowledge together to share with you. This is why we want you to share as much as you can, because there's so many ways we can tap into the key, who we are. We are the key to everything. And this is just one of the most powerful ways, one of the quickest ways, one of the
Yes.
most lasting and ways that gives you so much joy, peace, and happiness. It doesn't come with sorrow. That's important. It doesn't come with sorrow. So when you get it, you can fully enjoy it. Not like, okay, I got it and I don't know, I'm now something else I'm worried about. No, 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 no. You want to receive these things with grace and ease. And so what Andrew is talking about is how to do that very successfully, because he's done it himself and I've seen it.
Thank you, thank you. And I definitely appreciate that. I actually recently did a video on my YouTube channel, so check it out, The Power of You with Andrew. And in my video, I discuss what is your purpose. So even what you just said right now it is actually tied to your abundance. When you're actually serving your purpose, you're actually abundance. And when you're actually serving your purpose, things come easy to you. Like, to be honest, like it's not like we actually scripted this. The reason I'm able to just talk like this, or even the whole key thing, it just came naturally to me because I am working in my purpose. Not I think I'm working my purpose, not I
Yes,
might work my purpose, not I can't work my purpose. I
yes,
am working in my purpose.
yes,
So go back to that question. Once you know what your purpose is and you start working towards your purpose, abundance is just, it comes with it. There's
yes.
no, how could you work in your purpose and not make money?
Right.
Is
Come on.
or whatever your
Right,
abundance is, whether
right,
that's abundance
right.
in being happy, whatever it is, how could you not receive that, or how could you not unlock that if you're in your purpose? So
Yeah,
I think that really solidifies that it's very important to, one, establish what your purpose is, and once again, you're the key. Like you mentioned, you could shape shift to whatever you need to get to the other side of the door. And once again, that door is it's metaphoric.
yeah.
Whatever's behind that door, whatever that
Anything.
door is, it could be anything. Like for
Yes,
me, I could have been someone that had the S word. I'll let you, if you new to the broadcast, you kind of figure what the S word means. It rhymes with pesticide. I could have been like that. I could have ever
yes,
felt like that, but I
yes,
don't feel that way because,
yes,
especially with what I was told when I was younger, or, how like you did a beautiful video on healing mother wounds. Trust me, these parents cut like a knife, and if you internalize those words, once again, they're cursing you, they're casting spells.
yes,
You could actually be what they want,
yes,
or you could
yes,
reverse it and be what you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
And that is the
understand,
power.
we're coming from a place of experience, like
Mm-hmm.
been through it, understand it. So I'm not talking from a place that, it's coming from a real place. So I definitely, once again, super appreciative of everyone that's on here, everyone that's going to listen, because it's coming from a place of love, and it's coming from a place of, you could learn from what we've been through. And once again, it
Yes,
goes back to the last point, which is sharing.
sharing.
That's why we're here.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's,
thank you so much, Luna. The world needs.
yes. The world
Yes,
needs your
exactly.
your
Lifting up
purpose.
humanity. We need to.
Yes.
When
Yes.
everyone's doing their part, we're all lifting up humanity. So she definitely
Right.
hit the nail on the head. And that's why
I
we
agree.
appreciate you being part of the Soul Tribe
Yes, yes, yes. And the Vibe Tribe.
and the Vibe Tribe. Yes. And
That's
now you're my
right.
tribe. You're my sister now, too. So welcome.
Okay. So yes, so Luna, y'all make sure y'all friend each other and y'all know each other because Andrew does great work surrounding
Thank
this and
you.
so much more. You're welcome. On a weekly basis, he posts often on his YouTube channel, and y'all, I have that on here. So his email is bookthepowerofyou@gmail.com. If you want to connect with him, get some coaching sessions and other services he may offer, you can reach him there. And also on his YouTube, subscribe to his YouTube, y'all. The Power of You with Andrew. You'll see his handsome face. You can't miss the
Oh,
page.
thank you.
And he's up there. Make sure you like and subscribe. And also to Soul Tribe Heals, our channels. Like and subscribe. Get these videos. Get the updates. Get the energy that you need. That's here for you to help you to grow and be the best you can be. I love talking about this because, like Andrew said, it is our birthright. Like, what is we doing if we're not doing this? What is, no matter if you are a truck driver or you're a stay-at-home mom, your abundance in your mind, body, and soul, how you feel, how you present yourself is so, so important, no matter what it is you do, because it's all about you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We love you too.
Yes.
And just as one of my final thoughts, us people of melanin, if you're on this, you're brown, black, caramel, light skin, brown skin, even if you're vanilla, it is what it is.
It's
Welcome. But
always welcome.
we're
Mm-hmm.
always welcome. So, as people that are melanated, we have the power. So, start casting spells. You're a spell caster. So, make sure
Mm-hmm.
you're spelling the SUCCESS, success. Start spelling what you want, and you are going to be what you need.
Yes.
Okay? Start
Yes.
spelling what you want, and you are going to be what you need.
Need. Perfect. And last but not least, I encourage everyone to stay in your ritual, create rituals for yourself, write a spell for yourself. I did one on Sunday, breaking ties and contracts. Like any contract my soul might have made in this lifetime and one before, or with any entity, okay, any agreements I made on a conscious and subconscious, trades, experiences, knowing unknown as a child, any of those things, I covered everything. And I went out and I pulled my herbs together, did the ritual, and I'm telling you, in a few hours, in the few hours of that divine sacred connection, I felt lighter. And I've just been going, going, going. Doors have been opening up. Things are just, moving. And and as much as I do this work, you still got to keep things clean. You still got to go
Yeah.
back and do things. I mean, you do, and you got to keep going. It's a cycle, like a season. Like every 3 months, you got to go through a thing to kind of keep things clean, right? And I'm telling you, casting a spell on myself to break ties and contracts, wow, it has been
It's
amazing.
powerful.
It's powerful. So I encourage you,
Powerful.
create your own ritual. If you have to Google it, who cares? Intent is everything. The great mother and great father don't care if you got to Google something. They just want you. They just want to connect with you, and they're
Yeah.
grateful. And it's like I said, using this online tool to connect with people and information. People are sharing, like we are here. Cast a love spell on yourself. You're not feeling good. Your life is not. Cast a love spell. I am. Cast a spell. Do a water ritual. Andrew talked about programming your water. Do a water. Go by the river. Go to the ocean. Get involved in nature. Cast
Yeah.
a spell on yourself.
Cast a spell. I mean, one of my favorite ones is the money spell, and it's like ching 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 goes the money tree. Every time it chings, money comes to me. Money comes in so abundantly from the top left, right, in and under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Simple.
Hey, this
I don't have the credit. I
yes.
didn't make that up. I just came across it. So, yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's
Thank
nice.
you.
And it's
Thank you.
catchy.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, I like that. Could you do it one more time?
Yes. Okay. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. Every time it chings, money comes to me. Money comes in so abundantly from the top left, right, in and under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made.
All right, y'all.
The money's made.
Torture, that's
Oh,
so
she's so fun.
yes, because we put everything to a bounce beat here in New Orleans. So you gotta bounce
Oh
too.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna do
Yeah, yeah.
that.
Send it to the bounce artist.
Yes, yes, sending out those song vibration, a little exercise, a little movement, getting things moving in the body, and you're stirring things up in the atmosphere. It's all together. It's
Yeah.
a reason why we dance because it stirs up energy. It conjures
It
up
stirs up
energy. It's a
energy.
communication.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm just glad. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm glad that you guys found that this second installment for the Midday Mindset Masters was, valuable. So
Yes.
glad that you got on. Now we're gonna do a little teaser for the next one, which is for the first couple installments, we talked about, just like my sister was saying, deprogramming, a lot of work about deprogramming. So now for future episodes, we're gonna talk about building and how you could actually make that an action to get what you want? How could you use your mind to now
Mhm.
get what you want? Because now you're conscious of what's preventing you from getting it. So thank you for being patient. I know we're taking baby steps because we need to explain everything. I
Yes.
know some of you guys are like, powerful manifestors already, but this is just for a baby. So, be patient. So we
Yes.
want to make sure we lay down the foundation. So now
Yes.
that we have a foundation in the first couple episodes, let's start building this condo. So let's
Money
stay
tree.
tuned. Yeah, build
Money
it.
tree.
The money tree, there you
Who's
go.
plant some trees?
Because the money tree, yes.
Money tree. And yes,
Yeah.
baby steps. And it's important because we all really are babies, in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. We all want to be nurtured. We all want to be gentle, being gentle too. We all want to
Mhm.
be cared for. We all want our needs and our wants to be expressed and to be met. And we want to have that interaction with spirit. We want to have that interaction with ourselves. Hey, I'm saying this and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a relationship between the world and myself. I'm seeing a relationship between how I speak and I see the world and how the world speaks and sees me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a mother baby relationship. So yeah, Andrew's right. We are babies in this thing, but this is how we
Yeah.
grow. And we kind of want to stay babies in some ways because it's fun.
And
We don't
yes,
want all
it's
the
fun.
hard
It's
stuff in life. We
innocent.
want it to be
Yeah.
easy.
This is fun. Like
Yes.
who would not enjoy being at 3 o'clock in the afternoon talking to a tribe? Like this is freaking fun. Are
Okay.
you kidding me?
Yes. Yes. And it's
Yeah.
freedom. And I love it.
Yes.
Well, Andrew, if you have anything else to share with the soul tribe, the vibe tribe.
No, you guys have homework. Once again, if you're doing it, congrats. If you're getting started, welcome. So just start doing the work. We lay down the foundation. Check out the last video on the introduction on the mindset, midday mindset master or mindset, but you know what I'm saying.
Y'all
But
know.
yeah, so this is our second installment. So get caught up. We definitely want to continue the series and end the series with a bang. And before you know it, at the end of the final installment, guess what? You out here casting spells. You out here manifesting your wildest dreams. If you
Yes.
want, families, richness,
Yes.
abundance, which was the
Yes.
work for today. So thanks
Yes.
for bringing that to my attention. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Once again, I'm grateful to just be here and be able to just share. I actually enjoy sharing more than anything now at
Yes.
this point in my life. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you. And I love you. And I appreciate you.
Yes, same here, y'all. Love you so much. You know how to find us, you know where we're at. Stay tuned to our next installment. We're going to see our beautiful faces again. But until next time, love you.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Bye.